Guys, I did it again. I just recorded this video and I went to edit the sound and it's all distorted. So this is my second time recording this. So I'm just going to run through this quickly. I covered Polygon about a week ago. In that video, I mentioned that we are in a basically a long-term bullish pennant formation here. This is obviously a very good sign. When we came to the lows here, we got supported from this upsloping level of support that now has multiple touches on it. And we went from the low here, the upsloping level of support, all the way up to the downsloping level of resistance. So from the lower line to the top line. And as you can see, the price came up and wicked off of this to a T. Actually, I'll get rid of the Fibonacci and I'll explain that later in the video. Now, the main thing I want to show you here, I'll take this down to the 4-hour time frame. And as you can see here, so in the last video, I mentioned that we were forming a head and shoulders pattern. So here's one of the shoulders, here's the head, here's the other shoulder. This was the neckline, we broke below it. And typically when this head and shoulders pattern breaks down, you can get a target by basically measuring the length of the top of the head down to the neckline and projecting it from the breakout point. I did that in the last video, and the target on that is around about 66 cents, 67 cents. However, oftentimes those targets are not meant. So instead, I just trade the support resistance levels. Okay, so if you extend this support line from the neckline all the way out here, as we came back up, we got rejected from it. So a former level of significant support, once broken, will serve as a resistance, and this is a perfect example of it. So we crashed all the way back down here, came up, got rejected from the neckline or the former neckline, came all the way back down, put in a potential double bottom here, and now we've come up and we have broken, we've breached this former level of resistance, and now we're trying to reclaim it as a support. Although as I'm recording this video, we do seem to be getting a little bit of sell pressure coming in here, right? So let's see if the bulls are able to defend this level. What you want to look for is how the candle body closes here on the 4-hour time frame. So what you don't want to see is this candle body close and breach below this support level. It's okay if the price sells below it briefly. As you can see, that's what happened here and here, as shown by the wicks here. But yeah, again, the candle body close is what matters. So let's take it back out to the weekly time frame and get a broad view overview of the price action here. So as I mentioned at the start of this video, we had this impulsive move that lasted about 5 weeks that brought us from these lows up to the level of resistance right here, the multi-year resistance line. We sold off here, which is, to nobody's surprise. That's kind of expected. In this retracement, it's actually right to the 382 Fibonacci level. So I'll take the Fib retracement, run it from the start of the move, this swing low down here, up to the top, and look where we are getting supported. So the price sells off a little bit below the 382, but the candle bodies are closing above it, which is a good sign. If this level holds, that's a sign that the bulls are in control. And if we are able to hold here and come back up to test this resistance line once again, that's going to be a very good sign, because as you can see, this previous time here, once we came up to it, we sold all the way back down here quickly. So in this case, if we come up to it, if the sell-off only gets down to the 382 Fibonacci retracement level, that's a sign of strength, obviously. Now, a lot of the altcoins have broken out of their long-term consolidation or long-term basically downtrends. This one hasn't yet. And the time to really get excited about MATIC is when we start closing a weekly candle above this downsloping level of resistance right here. Basically the top line of this bullish pennant formation, that's when to get excited. And that's when to consider taking basically mid to long-term positions on this token. In my previous video, I mentioned how I got these targets. I don't want to repeat myself again and again. So yeah, if you want to see how I got these targets, just go watch my last video from about 9 days ago. But yeah, overall, this looks pretty good. More often than not, this pattern will break to the upside. And actually, the projected target from this bullish pennant formation, essentially what you would do is you would measure the flagpole, so basically from here to here, and you would project that from the breakout point. So if that target hits, and of course, not all of these targets hit, as I just showed you from the head and shoulders breakdown, but if it does, that means MATIC is going to have a really, really good run in this next cycle. Let's take it here. But yeah, it is looking a little bit weak. Hopefully this level holds. This may have already broken by the time I get this video published. Yeah, let's see how it goes. Anyway, that about wraps it up. If you found this quick update helpful, smash the like button. If you're not subscribed, you want to get notified when I release new content, click subscribe, click the bell, click on all. If you leave this page without doing that, you're probably going to have a hard time finding this channel again, just because it's relatively new. The subscriber count is still pretty low, less than 2,000. And because of that, I'm not really prioritizing the search algorithm. Also, if you want a place to trade MATIC and pretty much any of the other coins I talk about on this channel, I'll put a link to 3 different exchanges in both the pinned comment and the description. All 3 of them are offering you guys sign-up bonuses through those links. But if you don't want to submit KYC, your only option is pretty much BingX, because the other two will require you to submit your personal documents. BingX, as of right now, will not. So you can trade, you can withdraw, you can deposit, you can do everything on there without submitting any ID. And also, you may need a VPN depending on where you're located. So I also put a link to a promotion on a VPN in the pinned comment and description as well. All right, guys, take care. Have a good day. Bye.